Hi everyone, my name is Khalid, and in this tutorial I will explain you what is the impact or positive impact of artificial intelligence on management and leadership. I repeat, the topic is the impact of artificial intelligence on management and leadership. As all of you know, that artificial intelligence refers to the introduction to making machines think and act as human beings, making it possible for the machines to perform human tasks and adapt to or interact with its surrounding environment, as it mentioned on the screen also, as you can read. And the example, as you can see, nowadays, the applications of artificial intelligence in business are many, from improving relationship with employees and customers to finding pattern in extreme data volume to performing repetitive tasks, which includes like scaling up skills. Scaling up skills basically means that when an existing skill is no longer required and a upgraded skill is required, say for example learning Google Analytics, learning MS Excel, making online courses or designing online courses, that is called upscaling. And scaling up skills is very much relevant in today's business organizations, especially after COVID-19. So artificial intelligence helps in upscaling the existing skills. Next is enabling data driven management. Data driven management means that you should know, or the employee should know, that how to manage the database in the organization, which is relevant for updating the records or the process in the organization. And number three, third is setting better objectives and key results. Setting better objectives basically means that the employee should know what will be the learning objective and learning outcomes before starting and ending the work. So, key results or key targets are very important in any business organization for all the employees who are working in any business organization. So, this is the starting or the introduction of how artificial intelligence has an impact on management and leadership. In the next slide, I will explain you other 10 ways in which AI helps management and leadership taking better decisions for more profitability of the organization. So just stay with me and increase your watch time on this tutorial. You will learn a lot in this tutorial which will be valuable to you and to your teammates also. Hi, now the 10 key ways how artificial intelligence has an impact on management leadership is mentioned in this slide. I will explain them one by one. I request you to be on this slide and increase your watch time, as the tutorial is very informative and in the last you will learn many things which you don't know as of now. So starting with understanding what AI is and what it will become. First is artificial intelligence is not a new technology, but its time has come. A famous author, according to Gill, artificial intelligence was conceived decades ago but didn't work well until 2012, when ever cheaper computational power finally intersected with large enough data sets that had been collected and labeled by humans. In the first instances, mainly images were there. With good data, so called narrow, artificial intelligence applications that work on a single task in a single domain can now have achieve superhuman speed and accuracy. I repeat, artificial intelligence applications that work on a single task in a single domain can now achieve superhuman speed and accuracy. We are actually on the cusp of broad multitask, multi domain AI, which will be highly disruptive. So, in general, you have to say artificial intelligence with cross domain learning and reasoning will be truly revolutionary, but is still decades away. So, I would suggest that the management and leadership should give training to the employees or the existing or future employees, and they should keep this as a part of recruitment, that the employees should take training or have training of using artificial intelligence. Next, point number two, Be aware of the rising artificial intelligence tide, which means that artificial intelligence right now is mainly about making existing processes more efficient rather than having cognitive insights or providing cognitive engagement, which means the future, he said, will be different. The author is Julian Berkshaw. He is a famous author of London Business School. He is a professor. He said that the future will be very different because when the analogy of living in a mountainous world and watching the water gradually rise, we have to think like that of artificial intelligence, that we are living in a mountainous world and watching the water gradually rise, which is artificial intelligence, and territory we think of as safe. Therefore, the things that at present only humans can do will eventually be subsumed. That's what Julian Berkshire, author of a professor and a famous lecturer of London Business School, specified. And he says that if the existing employees or the staff are not able to upskill the requirements of the business in conjunction with artificial intelligence, then a layoff or artificial intelligence flood will you can see in any business organization. Point number 3 is test your black box data. Testing black box data basically means that using it to build management theories basically means it interesting, but it could be dangerous. It could lead to false links between correlation and causation. Test your black box data focuses to minimize risk, which means that the managers should understand and apply the scientific method by carrying out randomized testing on their data or data analytics using artificial intelligence and theories before assuming them as facts. So, test your black box data to simplify means that it has to work on minimizing the risk, and that managers should understand and apply the scientific method by carrying out randomized A/B testing on their data, which helps in reducing the risk of any business organization. Point number 4 is don't rely on artificial intelligence to drive growth. I repeat, don't rely completely on artificial intelligence to drive your business growth, which means that the future customers will most likely own their own data. According to a famous author, Ricardo Focano, head of talent and culture at BBVA, in such a regulatory environment, he says the competitive advantage won't be access to data or algorithms, it will be gaining the trust and consent of customers, which means that the content will be a part of customers' life, and customers will most likely own their own data. Say, for example, it can be their voice recordings, it can be their video recordings, it can be their messages, it can be their database of the organization, and they can use it in many ways to share it and to edit it. So, the idea behind using artificial intelligence is that it should be a part of the business organization process and not the complete process. Point number 5 is know where you have the edge over artificial intelligence. Now, edge over artificial intelligence basically means that it is not good at this and unlikely to become so, nor is it good at building processes for reconciling diverse point of view, which means that the human intelligence, team intelligence, crowd intelligence, and artificial intelligence are a trade offs or done better. I repeat that if I have to put in priority the artificial intelligence compared to other intelligence, then I have to say that human intelligence would be first, then team intelligence, number third, crowd intelligence, and in last, it has to be artificial intelligence in any business organization. So, artificial intelligence should not have a edge over human intelligence, team intelligence, crowd intelligence compared to it. Now, point number 6 is consider your broader responsibilities. Just stay with me as the below 4 points are very important for your business and for your profitability of the business to retain your organization's employees and develop the employees as well. So, just stay with me. The relevance of consider your broader responsibility basically means nowadays that business leaders will also have a responsibility to consider the impact of their use of artificial intelligence on all of society, not just on their bottom line, which means that we must build societies that work, and eliminating thousands of workers' positions due to technological advances means we will one day have a social crisis. So, artificial intelligence should not be left in the hand of technologists. It is a tool at our service to build a better society. I repeat, it is a tool at our service to build a better society, and we should not leave it in the hand of technologists to dominate us, to take the jobs of existing employees. It should be a part, it should be a tool to enhance the skills, to enhance the productivity of the business organization. Point number 7 is update your own education. Nowadays, business leaders need to understand artificial intelligence to effectively manage computer scientists and data managers within their companies. Young people are already aware of the burgeoning artificial intelligence revolution, which means that digital literacy is essential in an AI world. A famous author, Noda, underlined that we teach disruption, we teach coding, we teach data analysis, we teach transformation and leadership so we can use and manage artificial intelligence in a better way. The Future of Management by Bernard Young, a professor at National University of Singapore, said is smart people working with smart machines mutually learning to improve the world. So that is the relevance or base of it, that update your own education is smart people working with smart machines, which is AI machines like Alexa and Siri, mutually learning to improve the world. So we have to improve the world, we have to reduce global warming, we have to reduce paper use in any business organization and increase more of digital work with smart people. Number 8 is define your values and sense of purpose. Values will also define how we use the potential of artificial intelligence, which means that where are we from, what are we, where are we going. I repeat, the base for define your values and sense of purpose basically means that where are we from, what are we, where are we going. And without asking these questions, we not be able to better than machines. I repeat, if we are not asking these questions to ourselves or our team members, we may not be able to do better than the machines. Point number 9, don't just hire people, build an ecosystem. Don't just hire people, build an ecosystem, which means that the organization data fluid and creating a new system. When you hire data scientists, you need 2 or 3 data architects as well. Then you need an MBA to translate the results to top management. Then you need to educate top management on what questions they should be asking. You have to get your whole organization data ready for artificial intelligence. I repeat, when you are building your ecosystem, what happens is that you need 2 or 3 data architects, you need data scientists, then after that you need an MBA to translate the results to top management, which is analytics and analysis of results. do the financial plannings, and in last, then you need to educate your top management, senior management, on what questions they should be asking. Now you have to get your whole organization data ready for using artificial intelligence in the future. That's what the meaning of don't just hire people but build an ecosystem. In last, stay spiky. A famous author, George Bernard Shaw, he said that the reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. I repeat, the author said, the reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself, which means that, therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. Reasonable people are pleasant to work with. Unreasonable people are spiky and hard to manage. Artificial intelligence algorithms, said by Birkinshaw, are hyper reasonable. They focus on the human qualities most usually valued. So, this is the summary of all these points so far, 10 points, and I hope you will find these points informative and useful for your business organization. If you need more explanation on how artificial intelligence applications can be helpful to you and to your business organization, then please do revert back on teachingandcoaching2020@gmail.com. I will be adding more links to this presentation, to this video tutorial of how you can use artificial intelligence in your business organization. And in last, I would like to thank you for watching this video till here, and I request you to subscribe to this channel to be connected with my channel, and I hope we can have a long-term relationship through this channel. Thank you so much once again, and I have added the links to this tutorial on how you can use artificial intelligence in your business to increase your productivity, to increase your profitability, and retain your employees as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.